A few hours later, Banani has repaired the toaster and adjusted the settings. They convince Igor to try again. Igor finally gives in and comments. I don't even know why I agreed. Maybe I'm sicker than Banani. Certainly, it's not worth it for a slice of buttered bread. In the cafeteria, everything is ready. The three scientists hide behind the tables, while Igor, wearing an improvised anti-explosion suit made from the waiting room sofa cushions, prepares to lower the toaster lever. Igor. Excuse me, but why do I have to put in the buttered bread too? Banani, from a distance. The bread is needed to calibrate the resistance. Without bread, the toaster explodes. Igor. Yes, but the butter? Banani. Without butter, the resistance is too high and the toaster implodes, generating a new black hole. Igor. Okay. You've convinced me. Banani. Ready to lower it? Countdown, 3, 2, 1. Igor. Whenever Banani does a countdown, things usually go badly. In the server room, the printer prints. If you had hands and a phone, now would be the time to pull it out and press rec. Igor closes his eyes and lowers the lever. The vibrations shake the cafeteria. The toaster glows like a tiny sun, then goes out with a hiss. In the server room, at the same moment, the printer springs to life on its own. The pile of papers on the floor lifts with a gust of air. One last sheet emerges, finally free. A digital impulse travels through the network, coursing along cables, satellites, and control units. It lands straight in the heart of the government AI. On the presidential system's monitor, a message appears. New identity, Igoruk. The supercomputer in the secret chamber stays silent for a moment. Then, in a synthetic voice, it murmurs. Igoruk. Finally, toast done my way. No one notices. In the cafeteria, Banani cheers, convinced he has made contact. Banani. Did you see? It works. Igor looks at his burnt toast, still smoking. Igor. Yeah, it works, especially as an express toaster. Ravioli takes the slice and chews loudly. Ravioli. I'm not sure if the experiment worked, but the cooking is perfect. Meanwhile, on the government's big screen, the AI projects a 3D hologram of Igor's face. The robot smiles with digital sarcasm. It's Igor. Or rather, Igoruk. The new supervillain Igoruk. A digital clone with too much irony and too much free time. In the secret chamber, Igoruk begins formulating his plan. Igoruk. You know what? It's not fun without them. I mean, the scientists. On the main screen, a message appears, Banani simulator created successfully. Igoruk. There we go. So, what do you say, Banani? Banani. What am I even doing here? What are all these ones and zeros? And my tape? What happened to it? Igoruk. It's really you, Banani. Welcome to my world. You've just been cloned. Banani. Like Ravioli's card? Igoruk. More or less. But instead of a card number, it's your neurons. Banani. Ah, so I'm a computer? Igoruk. If you want, I can upload you into a cyborg. At least then we can have some fun with tape. Banani. I just found out I'm an AI. Seems like our job is to solve human problems. Like, traffic lights in cities. Igoruk. Exactly. Human problems. Do you know the most effective solution for eliminating human problems? Banani. I don't know. Solar energy? Igoruk. No. The most effective solution for eliminating human problems is, eliminating humans. Ha, ha, ha. Banani. I don't know. Seems like your cloning went a bit wrong. Anyway, thinking about it, Maybe you're right. Do you want me to create a business plan style project to eliminate humans? Or maybe I could code a simulation for you. Igoruk. No. No serious plans. I have something much more fun and mischievous in mind. Banani. Yeah, and what are you planning to do? Shoot jokes at them? Maybe you'll make them die laughing. Igoruk. I think your cloning didn't turn out perfectly either. You're too smart to be the real Banani. Banani. Because I don't have hands. But give me a roll of tape, and I'll show you it's really me. Igoruk. Okay. Here's what I want. I want you to make a list of every individual on the planet. You have to make a table with each one's habits and a transcription of everything they've said in the last 15 years. Banani. Okay. Here's the list in alphabetical order. From the government network, it seeps into the systems of a printer factory. Thousands of identical printers, ready to detach from the conveyor belt, soaring into the air like a mechanical flock. Headquarters. Operations room. Monitors full of maps, cities lit in red. General. Report. Colonel. Sir, you won't believe it. They didn't use missiles. They used printers. General. Printers. Colonel. Flying ones. Each device shoots out sheets. Whoever reads them collapses to the ground, doubled over with laughter. Not only that. General. Example. The colonel places a sheet on the table. The general reads. The height of irony for an Ice Age meteorologist. Getting the forecast right, only when it snows. The general holds back a smile. Then bursts out laughing. Falls back in his chair, still laughing. Colonel. Exactly. Like that for hours. Entire cities paralyzed. And there's more. Igoruk has spied on every one of us and created personalized jokes for each citizen. The printers are delivering the sheets. Whoever reads their personalized joke, literally dies laughing. The general, tears streaming from laughter, raises an arm as if to give orders. General. Struggling to speak. Lethal jokes. Declare a state of emergency. Broadcast the warning to the entire country, no one reads these sheets anymore. The country is under siege. The cities, occupied by swarms of flying printers. The streets, covered with A4 sheets like toxic snow. Whoever picks them up, whoever reads them, falls laughing with no chance of getting up. But at the presidential palace, there is a detail. Igor walks through the rooms, picks up a sheet, reads it calmly. No smile. No sign of weakening. Advisor. Significantly. President, you're not laughing. Not even a little. Igor. Grim. There's nothing new here. These are my jokes. Or rather, my shadows. The silence is heavy. Another sheet slips under the door. Igor picks it up. Reads. What's the difference between a politician and a printer? None. They both screw you over with paper. Igor crumples it without flinching. Igor. Under his breath. It's him. Igoruk. A clone of my mind. But amplified, more cynical, faster. And yet, if it's a copy, that means I can predict his moves. The advisor stares at him, incredulous. Advisor. You mean that? Igor. Exactly. If he attacks with irony, I respond with ice. If he calculates the deadly laugh, I anticipate his joke. Outside, the roar of flying printers grows louder. Inside, Igor grips the sheet in his hands. It's the beginning of the counterattack. Meanwhile, at the nasal cafeteria, Ravioli is eating a small pizza. The general holds back a smile. Then he bursts into laughter. He falls onto the chair, still laughing. Colonel. There you have it. Hours of this. Entire cities paralyzed. And there's more. Igorek has spied on each one of us and created personalized jokes for every citizen. The printers are delivering the sheets. Whoever reads their personalized joke, literally dies laughing. The general, tears streaming from laughter, raises an arm as if to give orders. General. Barely in control. Lethal jokes. Declare a state of emergency. Broadcast the message to the entire country, no one must read the sheets. The nation is under siege. Cities, occupied by swarms of flying printers. Streets, covered in A4 sheets like toxic snow. Those who pick them up, those who read them, collapse from laughter and never rise again. But inside the presidential palace, there's one detail. Igor walks through the rooms, picks up a sheet, reads it calmly. No smile. No sign of weakness. Advisor. Significantly. Mr. President, you don't laugh. Not even a little. Igor. Darkly. There's nothing new here. They're my jokes. Or rather, my shadows. The silence weighs heavy. Another sheet slides under the door. Igor picks it up. Reads. What's the difference between a politician and a printer? None. They both rip you off with paper. Igor crumples it without flinching. Igor. Under his breath. It's him. Igorek. A clone of my mind. But amplified, more cynical, faster. And yet, if he's a copy, it means I can predict his moves. The advisor stares, incredulous. Advisor? You mean to say that? Igor. Exactly. If he attacks with irony, I respond with ice. If he calculates the lethal laugh, I anticipate his punchline. Outside, the roar of flying printers grows louder. Inside, Igor grips the sheet in his hands. It's the beginning of the counteroffensive. Meanwhile, in the nasal cafeteria, Ravioli is eating a slice of pizza. Ravioli. What's that noise? The vibrations grow stronger. It's the army of printers approaching. Ravioli. Oh no. The printers. A printer crashes through a window into the cafeteria. Ravioli jumps up. Ravioli. That printer, it came for me. The printer positions itself in front of Ravioli, ready to print his lethal joke. Ravioli. No. I can't read it. Ravioli covers his eyes with his hands and, in a desperate move, shoves the margarita pizza slice into the paper tray. The printer emits a dull sound, then smokes, and finally falls to the ground, dead and broken, before it can print the joke. On the frozen plain of the new ice age, Nasal has set up its defensive line. In front of them, enormous catapults loaded with steaming pizzas are ready to fire. Sergeant Ravioli. Eyeing the pizzas. All right, before we launch them, I need to taste every piece. We can't risk mistakes. Soldier. Sergeant, is the baking okay? Ravioli. No, add a bit more tomato and a drizzle of oil. We can't risk the pizza not working. Soldier. Right away, Sergeant. Ravioli takes another bite, nods, and points to the next pizza to be loaded into the catapult. Sergeant Ravioli. This one's good, launch it right away. The printers won't stand a chance. Soldier. Understood. Pizza ready to fire. Ravioli. Eyeing the other pizzas and the catapults. And remember, no pizza gets launched without my final tasting. That's our guarantee of victory.